Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is John Dorer with EB3.Work, and today we are going to go over the EB3 visa processing times. It is May 13th, 2025, and the June visa bulletin just came out. So we'll go over the PERM processing time, which is step 1, the I-140 processing time, which is step 2, and we'll look at the visa bulletin, which indicates and tells us when we can file the final step, whether it's the consular interview or adjustment of status if you're in the US. So let's get into it. And as always, I share my screen and I show you how you can do this yourself. So for the first step for PERM, just Google PERM processing time and click it. The first section says prevailing wage determination. Scroll down to PERM processing times. You'll see that they update it usually the first week of the month. So you want to look under the processing queue under analyst review and under priority date. So they are now approving PERM cases that were filed in January 2024, and our office has been receiving those. The priority date is the date that your PERM was filed. So that's an important definition for you to know. And we'll talk a little bit more at the end of the video when we discuss the visa bulletin on some congressional legislative action coming up that will improve the processing times for EB3 applicants, which is great news, and their employers. So that's the PERM. That's how you check the PERM processing time. And right now they're adjudicating or approving cases filed in January 2024. Step 2, once your PERM is certified or approved, is the I-140, and that's filed with USCIS. So same idea. I-140 processing time, just Google that, and the first organic result should look like this, uscis.gov. So click that. You'll see that it's verifying you're a human, and we have to select some fields. So in the first one, I-140, under the category for the positions that we have, we look at unskilled worker, which is EW3, and the default is the Texas Service Center, and then click Get Processing Times. So right now it's about 12 months for the I-140. Now, because of the retrogression in the visa bulletin, this is not that big a deal. So there's no need to really rush and get the I-140 approved in most cases. However, there is an option called premium processing where you pay an additional $2,805 to USCIS, and they issue the approval within 15 business days. So that's an option if you need faster processing for the I-140. And actually, hopefully, we will want that because that means that the visa bulletin dates are current or getting closer to current, which hopefully they will be after this immigration workforce development legislation that I'll tell you about in a minute. So step 2, that's the I-140. That's how you check the status. For the final step, once your I-140 is approved, you have to wait for your priority date to become current on the visa bulletin before we can file the final step. And if you're outside the US, that final step is your consular interview. Check out our other videos where we interview former consular officers that we work with to help you prepare and get an understanding of what that process will be like. If you're in the US, let's say you're on a student visa or F2 or H4 or H2B, then, or even asylum pending in some cases, then it's adjustment of status. And so this is how you check the visa bulletin. Now, around the middle of the month, the following month comes out. So today is May 13th, and the June visa bulletin just came out. So we'll look at that one. When you first go to this page, you'll see family sponsored. You want to scroll down, past that to employment based. And then you'll see 2 tables, final action dates and dates for filing. And there's a link under here, under the dates for filing, called uscis.gov visa bulletin info. You have to click on that and click go, and that will tell us which table to look at. So we're going to go next month, employment-based, June 2025, you must use the final action dates. So we'll go back. Final action dates is the first one. And in the first column, employment-based, we're looking at other workers. And this is the main one that we look at. You'll see that it's the same for all chargeability areas. This is also known as ROW, or rest of world. And it excludes applicants born in mainland China or India. They have deeper backlogs. So Mexico and Philippines, if you're born there, it's the same as rest of world. And the way you read this is day, month, year. So June 22nd, 2021. If your PERM is filed on or before June 22nd, 2021, then we can proceed to the last step. So there is recent legislation. If you Google Dignity Act, let's try that again. Dignity Act Salazar. So Representative Maria Salazar is a congresswoman from representing Miami, Florida. And in 2023, she introduced a very reasonable, very practical immigration bill to address a lot of the things that are broken about our current immigration system. In the EB3 world that we are in, we look at workforce development. And so I was just in a meeting yesterday in DC, and they're going to reintroduce this bill in June, about a month from now, within a month from now. And there are a few, where am I? A few items that are important. Here it is. Unleashing American prosperity and competitiveness. So this is the big one here. And this will be in this is expected to be in the bill when it's reintroduced. So the data right now shows that the 10,000 other workers that are in the other worker category, the quota, only about a third of those 10,000 are actual workers, 3 out of 10. The rest are family members of the workers that get counted toward that quota. So by only counting the principal applicants and excluding derivatives from the count. So a lot of people get this confused. You're not excluding derivatives from being able to immigrate. You're only excluding them from being counted. So it's more of a technical issue. Nothing else will change in terms of the processing and the timing of children and spouses, only that it will get faster. So imagine if 3 times as many workers are counted. That would have the effect of greatly moving up the cutoff date, which is what we want. So if you see, we'll make announcements once we get to that, once the bill is introduced. And certainly we're looking for other co-sponsors, other senators to co-sponsor it. And we want that to pass. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. We got a little bit technical with the Dignity Act. We'll talk about it more as it gets introduced, but that could be a great thing for EB3 applicants and their employers who are waiting too long for the EB3s to be approved. Again, thanks for watching. If this was helpful, we encourage you to subscribe and like the videos. Check out our other videos. We do our best to kind of provide value and education for the EB3 process. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.